Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the hidden stories within corporate filings. And today we're diving into a filing that has got a bit of a twist, a potential investment in a company linked to SpaceX. Let's see what is really going on. So what we have here is a Form 8K filing. It's like a current report filed by companies with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, and these are typically filed to announce major events that shareholders should know about. So think of it as a headline alert for investors. The big event happened on the 15th of October 2025, and it involves Nova Lifestyle Incorporated, which is a company that sells furniture and home furnishings. Now, Nova Lifestyle has an indirectly wholly owned subsidiary called XMAX Alpha Holdings. Limited, this subsidiary entered into an agreement called a subscription agreement with a fund named Preamble Capital, a series of CGF 2021 LLC. Here is where it gets interesting. XMAX Alpha Holdings Limited subscribed for a nearly 100% interest in this fund. That's 99.82% to be exact. The amount they invested was a pretty substantial $5,605,000. This fund, it seems, is managed by Sidecar LLC, and the management fee for Nova Lifestyle subsidiary in this fund is 0%, which is always a nice perk. But why invest in this particular fund? Well, the filing tells us that on the 16th of October, just a day after the subscription, the fund itself entered into another agreement to invest $5,600,000 in a different fund. And that second fund is going to use the money to buy shares of common stock in a very well-known company, Space Exploration Technologies Corp, also known as SpaceX. So essentially, Nova Lifestyle, through its subsidiary, is indirectly investing in SpaceX. This is a huge deal because it means a company primarily known for furniture is making a significant play in the space technology sector. And just for context, Nova Lifestyle Incorporated trades on the Nasdaq stock market under the ticker symbol NVFI. Now, this filing doesn't give us detailed financial statements. That's usually found in a 10Q or 10K report, but the core of this 8. K is this material definitive agreement, the subscription agreement. It's all about this indirect investment in SpaceX. Let's think about what this really means. Nova Lifestyle is positioning itself to potentially benefit from the growth and success of SpaceX. This could be seen as a strategic diversification or perhaps a speculative bet on a high growth industry. On the one hand, investing in a company like SpaceX, even indirectly, could lead to significant returns. If SpaceX continues its trajectory of innovation and success, this could be a game changer for Nova Lifestyle, providing capital for its core business, or simply boosting its overall value. On the other hand, it is a high-risk high. Reward scenario: SpaceX is a private company, so valuing its shares can be complex, and the investment is subject to the performance of the fund and the underlying investment in SpaceX. There is also the question of how this aligns with Nova Lifestyle's core business. Are they trying to leverage any synergies, or is this purely a financial investment to understand this fully wed need to see more of their financial reporting and strategic disclosures from a Warren Buffett perspective? One might ask if this is a prudent use of capital for a furniture company. Is this investment truly aligned with their long-term vision, or is it a distraction? But then again, sometimes bold moves are needed to break out of industry stagnation. The filing itself is quite straightforward about the transaction, and the exhibition reveals the subscription agreement as the key document outlining the terms of its inclusion, as Exhibit 10.1 is standard practice for these material agreements. Looking at this filing, the P. Primary story is the indirect investment in SpaceX through a fund. This is certainly a bold move by Nova Lifestyle, Inc., potentially aiming for significant growth beyond its traditional furniture market. It's a high stakes play that will be fascinating to watch unfold. What are your thoughts on this indirect investment in SpaceX? Is this a smart diversification or a risky gamble? Let us know in the comments below if you found this breakdown useful. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description below for more discussions and insights.